Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be showing you how I do a full set start to finish of Apres Gel X nail extensions. If you are interested to see how I do them start to finish, then keep on watching. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start off by prepping my nails. I do have a thin layer of sheer gel polish on my nails, which I am actually just going to leave on just for an extra layer of protection. But I am going to go in with a cuticle pusher just like this, and I'm going to start off by pushing my cuticles back. Once I have my cuticles pushed back, I'm just going to go ahead and grab this tiny little cuticle ball bit with my e-file, and I'm going to go ahead and run that along my cuticles. And this just allows all of the dead skin to kind of lift up, and then it makes it easier for me to go ahead and nip it away. Once I'm done with that bit, I'm just going to grab a mandrel bit, which just looks like this, and then we are going to then attach one of these little guys right here. If you are interested to get more details about what each bit does, I will leave a link to a video where I explain all of the nail bits I use in a service and on myself. So if you're interested to have a more in-depth video, then you can go ahead and watch that. But all I'm going to do is grab one of these disposable little file that you put over the mandrel bit, and I'm gonna go ahead, turn this on, and buff my nails out. So I don't really care about taking away all of that polish, just because I just like having that extra layer of protection on there. Again, just making sure that the shine is off, just because gel does not like to stick to anything shiny. So you want to be making sure that that is free of all of the shine. So my natural nails are quite long, but I am not going to be cutting them just because I do want to grow out my natural nails. So I am just going to make sure that they're prepped properly, and we are going to be applying medium length tips on it, so it shouldn't be a problem. But if you do not want to grow out your nails, you would usually want to file the length off or cut the length off. Next, I'm just going to go in with a cuticle nipper. If you are not comfortable using cuticle nippers, you don't really have to do this, because you definitely want to be comfortable using them. Otherwise, it can end up in quite bad accidents. Alright, and for my nail set today, I'm going to be using the Natural Stiletto in medium from Apres, and these are the tips that I'm going for. And I'm not going to keep them as stiletto as they are. I do kind of want to round them up, but these are the ones that I'm thinking of. Yeah, perfect. So as you can see, they're a little bit more pointed. I don't want them that pointed, so we are definitely going to be rounding them out a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the sizes out, and I'll be right back. Alright, so I went ahead and picked out all of my sizes, and I have them all here. So product wise, I am going to be using the Apres primer as well as the Apres Gel X prep for the nail tips. But for my Extend Gel, I'm going to be using the Rosalind Extend Gel glue. If you're interested to see me using the Rosalind kit, I will leave a link for it for you to check out if you would like. But this is what I'm going to be using for my nail extensions today. And of course, I'm going to be using one of the gooseneck lamps for these nail extensions. It just makes life so much easier when I'm using these, especially when I'm doing it on myself. Alright, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and prep the nail tips just so they're nice and ready for me to use. And I'm just going to use the step 3 from the Gel X Apres line. And I'm just going to grab the tip, and we are going to use this to etch up the back And this is a chemical etch. You can definitely go in with a drill bit and do it that way if you would like. I just like doing it this way. If you don't have this particular product, I have heard that acetone works great for this as well, and it gets the same effect and it gets the job done. So if you do want to chemically etch it and you do not have the Gel X prep, you can definitely go ahead and use that. And if you do end up using it, let me know how it goes and if you found that it's helped, or if you feel like you still like to do the prep with the drill bit. I know there's many people who love prepping their tips with drill bits, but I just feel like just because I have such small nails, the drill bit just doesn't fit properly. So this has definitely helped me. And yeah, not too sure if you can see, but it kind of like, it gets a little like etching mark inside, which you know it's prepped. All right, and the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the primer, which is step 2, and I'm going to prime my nails. You want to make sure that you're not applying this on the skin, you just want this on the nail. You can definitely go ahead and double prime if you want. When I'm doing clients' nails, I like to double prime for them, but on myself, I feel like nails usually last, so I just do 1 coat of the primer. Next, I'm going to go ahead with the Rosalind Nail Extend Gel and apply 1 quick layer of this on all of my natural nails. All right, and once I have the 1 thin layer of the Extend Gel, I'm just going to go ahead and start with the pinky. I actually like to start with the pinky first just because it kind of gets out of the way and it just helps me have a better flow. So I'm just going to go ahead and turn on my gooseneck lamp. Okay, so I'm going to grab the nail and I'm going to put a layer of the Extend Gel in it. This is a very thin Extend Gel, so it doesn't take a lot of effort. And I'm just going to go ahead and place that on. Once it reaches the top, I'm just going to go ahead and cure. All right, and there's 1 nail done. I'm just going to repeat this step on the rest of the nails. This nail of mine is a little bit more curved, so these are natural nail tips, so they don't really fit the greatest, but we're gonna make it work and apply a little bit more gel probably than I need to. All right, and once I have all of my nails cured, I'm just gonna go ahead and put it in a bigger lamp and full cure this just to make sure that everything is cured properly. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and make these a little bit more round because after I applied these nail tips, I realized that I actually do have medium round gel tips. All right, so I did realize that I had the round ones, so I did go ahead and remove the stiletto ones and do round instead, just because I found that it would be a little bit easier and nicer for me to shape and file so I don't have to do so much filing. So now I have them on, and next I'm just going to go ahead flush them to the cuticle. So I'm going to use a small little cuticle bit. I did go ahead and file them already like I was going to be doing with these stiletto ones, but I did go ahead and do that for these. And next I'm just going to go in with a small little drill bit like this, and I'm going to run that along my cuticles to make sure that once they grow out, they're not going to be very like ledgy, like there won't be a big ledge. So we are going to grab this one right here and flush the cuticles. All right, and once I have those filed, I'm just going to take a buffing block and I'm going to buff out the nails and get them ready for gel polish. And again, I'm just making sure that all of the shine is off of them. All right, and for our design, I'm actually going to be using the Rosalind gel polishes that they have sent over to me. They are gorgeous, gorgeous fall colors. So I have them swatched out already, and I think I'm going to go with the super pretty, like burgundy, dark red color right here, and that's the one I'm going to be using, and we'll see how that goes. I was actually in between the emerald color or this one, but I think I'm gonna go with this one right here for my nails today. Okay, so this is the color I deciding to go with. It's a nice like dark purple reddish color, and I think I'm going to do some tortoise shell as well. Alright, and for my tortoise shell nails, I'm going to be using these gel polish from SKVP. I got these off of AliExpress, and I did include them in my AliExpress haul. So if you're interested, you can definitely go ahead and check that out. They're like the perfect tortoise shell colors. They're like this sheer oranges as well as like a sheer dark brown, which is exactly what we need for our look. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with this one. This is in 004, and I'm going to go ahead and apply it on the 2 fingers that I want the tortoise shell nails to be on, which is, I think, the middle nail for sure. As you can see, it is such a perfect burnt orange tortoise, like sheer color, and this is going to be amazing for when we layer it. So we're just going to apply a coat of that on the middle finger as well as our ring finger, and again we're going to be using this as the base for our tortoise nails. Alright, so once I have that cured, I am going to go ahead and apply another coat of this orangey color, and again just because I want it to be a very rich color. Next, I'm just going to go ahead and take some of this dark brown and apply it just on my little palette right here. And this is when we're going to start adding some depth into our nails. And for my dark spots, I'm going to be using a gel polish from IBD in Black Lava. I'm not going to be using gel paints for this just because those are a little bit too pigmented and they don't spread out the way I want them to. So that's why I'm going to stick with a gel polish instead of a gel paint. All right, and next I'm just gonna grab a blossoming gel. So this is a blooming gel. You can use, again, whichever one you have, but this is the one that I use. All right, so I went ahead and applied 1 coat of blossom gel on the middle finger, and then I did go ahead and put 1 drop of it into the black as well, just because I want to sheer out the black. And I'm also keeping a little bit of the non-sheer black as well, and just because I don't want the contrast to be very out there all of a sudden, like I want it to build up gradually. So I have my little blossom gel coat on there, and I'm going to take this brown that I have on here, and I'm going to start by just placing random little dots. If you want a more in-depth tutorial of how to do the tortoiseshell nails, I do have a tutorial that's dedicated just to this look, so definitely check that out. It's a video that I reference to all the time as well, just when I need to do this. There's a lot of tips and tricks in there that you can probably use. And as you can see, I'm just going in again and just kind of layering it and making it a little bit darker. And I'm going to go ahead and cure that really quickly. Next, I'm going to go in with the Blossom Gel again and apply a thin coat of it once again. And then I'm going to grab the black now, and I'm just going to kind of overlap them a bit. Okay, and once I'm happy with how that looks, I'm going to go ahead and cure. Alright, so I'm quite happy with how that looks, so I'm just going to repeat the exact same steps on the other nail, and then we'll see if we need to add anything. Alright, so for my base color, I'm taking this beautiful purpley reddish color from Rosalind, and I'm going to apply that on the rest of the nails. Yeah, I really like the combination of that, so I think I'm just going to continue with this color. I actually really like this color. I think this combination with the tortoise shell nails looks perfect. All right, once I have them painted, I'm just gonna go ahead and do a full cure. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put a second coat. All right, so the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this Born Pretty metallic gel paint and I'm going to outline the tortoise nail shells just to give it a little bit of a pop, as well as giving it a little bit of character, just because I feel like they look a little bit too plain. And for that, I'm just gonna go ahead and use a thin little brush and I'm coating it quite a lot, and then I'm going to put it onto my little palette. All right, and for this one, I'm just going to line it up now. And I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other finger, and I'm just outlining it very roughly. I'm not outlining it perfectly because I don't want it to have like a perfect outlined look, just because I want to layer a couple of lines. Now with this nail, I'm just going to kind of roughly outline it again, just to give it a little bit of something, something. All right, so that's what they look like right now, and I do actually really like the way they look. Like, I do want to stop here, but a part of me does want to keep going and just add a little bit of something to the rest of them just to tie it all in. So I'm thinking of doing a double French with the chrome, and I think that is just going to tie everything together and make it look like a complete set. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to try with one line and see if I like it just with the one. If I don't and I want to add another one, I will. So I do want it maybe like here. Yeah, I like the way that looks actually. So now the next question is if I want to like outline the whole thing, which I actually don't think I want to. I think I'm just gonna keep it to just the little line over here, just so it's not too much. So I'm gonna go ahead and cure that. All right, and then here as well, I'm just going to maybe like very lightly do a little dot of where I want to connect it, and then I'm gonna go ahead and make a smile line. Ooh, yes, it's tying everything together. I love it. I'm gonna go ahead and cure. I like to cure in between every single nail I do, just in case I ruin it, and I don't want to do that. All right, so that's what they look like right now, and I'm actually in love with them, and I feel like they're so perfect for the season. So I think I'm gonna leave it how they are right now, and I'm gonna go ahead and top coat them. All right, everyone, and that is all for this video. I hope you enjoyed me showing you how I do a start to finish Gel X nail set. If you're interested in more videos like this, or if you want me to do more Gel X videos, let me know. Also, a huge shout out to Rosalind for sending me these nail polishes. They performed so well and they were such a pleasure to work with. I will definitely leave a link down below for this whole collection. If you did enjoy this video, do not forget to give it a thumbs up, and also don't forget to subscribe while you are at it, and I shall see you all in my next video. Bye!